All right, let's do some guard passing guillotines here. So Pete, you can lay down here. Easy round for you, this one. Okay. So if he's sitting up like this, all right, generally what I do is I step in and give him a leg. You see the way he was positioned? That would knock him down, right? So come back. So sit in a way that won't knock you down. That's right. And it usually gives them that single leg to take. Okay, so let's look at that again, because that's good for the beginners watching this. If he's sitting where you put your feet together like they were. Now your feet were crossed and uncomfortable, you were so off balance. When I stepped in on you, I pushed him back. You see what I'm saying? So like he takes a position where if I just push him, he won't go back, right? That's right. So I'll step in, right? That's the first thing I try to do is step in. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's faced that way, right? If he's faced that way, and I give him this leg, if he engages it with that arm, right? Or if I give him that leg to engage with, it doesn't matter. Okay. Either way, it's all gonna lead to guillotine setups. Okay. So turn here. Okay. So let's say like you know how you like lean back on one arm and like take a almost in a technical stand position. Good. Now do that facing that direction. No. I mean like face me still, but like lean to the other side. You see how like you're like leaning that way? Now lean to the other side. Good. It doesn't matter which side he's leaning. If he's leaning there, I can step in and give him this one. He'll wrap around the single. Great. Right? Or keep doing that. Or keep leaning that way. Or I can, instead of giving that one, I'll step in and give him this one. They might switch around and take that other side now. Okay? So this is one of the first things I had to learn to start doing. Okay, I would be in guys' guards like this and always be doing this kind of thing. And looking to get around like this kind of thing. And the guy would just lay down or like, yeah. And I would be always like doing this kind of, hoping to pass like this. Okay, I started learning, give them a single leg to work with. Okay, so I step in. Almost like a little Michael Jackson slide there. Okay, because what I can do now is start forcing in on guillotines. Right, look at this guillotine the way I did that. Watch this. He grabbed that single leg. Okay, I swing it to the outside and I step in here for the neck. Okay, I'm going to lock behind Pete's armpit here. Grab my primary hand and my secondary hand. The arm holding the chin is the primary. I grab that bad boy. I step in and I bring him into his own lap. It's a savage way to guillotine somebody. Okay, their legs are part of the reason why that guillotine is so juicy. So he's like this. All right, I'm not going to be all like this. I'm going to be like, here. Right? And then I'm going to be like, okay, he's got that single leg. Can I get this guillotine? Can I stuff his head to the outside and take this side here and bring him here? Look at that. All right? If it's not working, I kick my leg up, engage the wizard, retract my leg, and start getting back up again. Let's look at that again. Okay? So he's sitting up. He's doing a sit-up style guard. Okay? Just like that. Or he leans. Do the straight up one again. Right in the middle. Yeah. This is the same scenario. Give him a leg. They'll take it. Okay? Then I can stuff his head to the outside. If I don't think my knee can catch Pete's arm and scoop it out like this, don't worry about it. Go elbow high and step over here. This is a tight position. Okay? I'll be sitting up here. You see if I fall back, his head pops up. With this one, it's so dangerous, this one, you guys. I'm being super careful with Pete here because I don't want to engage that choke on him yet. But it would look like this, and they would have tapped on the way down. Okay? So, learning how to deal with somebody's guard by getting onto the guillotines. Okay? And one of the ways you get on the guillotines is you give them a single leg to work with. You're like, oh, you want that? Here. Step it in. Can I go, let's see. I would have to step my right leg out and over his leg here. I'd have to be like, whoa, now he's in big trouble. Now I got the grip. I'm going to start engaging. I'll bring him into his lap. Bring him into his lap. Bring it, turns into a guard. That's okay too. I'm squeezing. If his head starts to pop out, I kick, throw my wizard down, and try to retract and get back out. Very important with your guillotines that you don't let the guillotine become a reason that you're on the bottom. Okay? I see it like if your guillotine is failing and the guy's getting out of it, don't just stay there and now like, oh, let's play guard. I mean, that's obviously an option. But don't forget about the option of like, yo, wizard and get up. Okay? So, when they're in a seated guard, this is what I do. If he's in a lay down guard, scoot towards me, Pete. Yeah. If they're in a guard like this where they're laying down, I'm looking to get into my float position where I can get his feet and our legs intertangled with each other, and then put my hands on the ground. Okay? So if he sits up, I'm like, yo, here's a single. Okay? If he goes down, I'm like, yo, let's get here to the float. Okay? Cool thing about this float is I can go front roll, engage his chin, my feet hit the ground, they come back roll, look at one leg stepped up, so I have the space to peel my bicep from the back of Pete's neck to the top, and look at the tap. One-handed submission. Come up with me, I won't squeeze, come up if you can, like sit up. You'll get here with some dudes, engage this hand. If you can. If you get this high with somebody, engage that second hand and go elbow high right here. Boom. Okay. So if he's laying down, I'm like, yo, here. I'll be like, take an angle here, front roll, catch his chin. Look at the full extension of my legs. So now I can go, boom, peel, lift, peel, lift, peel, lift, peel, lift. Engage if I have to. I'll go, look, he's got his arm all the way. I'll go in here. Boom. All right. Look at that guillotine. Look at this is opening up so many things when he puts his arm there. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, that looks like a crucifix. I'll be like, crucifix. And then I'll go guillotine from here again. I'll be like, and again, it's the one-handed. It's the one-handed, peel the head back. Okay. So whether he's sitting up, do a sit-up, I'll be like, oh, here's a leg. Stop the head. Can I engage the arm? Oh, now it's in trouble. Bring him in. Oh, it's not working. Okay. All right. I'll be on his back. He doesn't want to sit up. I'll be like, look at that, steps up. Right, so I'll be like, I see he wants to start sitting up. I'll be like, cool, here's something to work with. And I'll stand his head. You know, Right. You alright?
Yep.
I'm not squeezing, right?
Nope.
They want to stay there, I go. Look at my hand work. I go feet, ground. Get ready for the front roll. The front roll is supported by his chin. The chin, boom, helps me like, on your back. Bring it with you, peel, lay at the top. Those are two of my favorite ways to make the guillotine happen, so that I don't have to pass somebody's guard, if that makes sense. You just get right to the submission. Right?
Pass to the submission.
Right? Cool. Have fun. Okay, so I have a bunch of examples of giving up an underhook as a way of leading to a very sneaky, deceiving, over the back, blind side type guillotine. Okay? Man, moves like this will trick you and make you think that you don't need a lot of muscle. That's what I like. I like those kinds of moves, you know what I'm saying? Even though I clearly am pretty strong. What? Okay, lay on your back. What?
Your back?
Yeah. Okay, so lots of examples of this. Side mount is one, okay? The idea is a lot of times in side mount, you want to like dominate this arm, you want to dominate this underhook. You know what I'm saying? And start like walking this up is one example and like leading to attacks and like going into mount. Okay, there's lots of reasons why you would want to dominate this underhook and why he wouldn't want to get it dominated for all the same reasons. So we get into this underhook type battle. And what'll happen is, Pete, go ahead and fight for that underhook on me here. Like, yeah, get your hand, like reach back here. Yes, that battle. Okay, let's do it again. Pummel. You get into this kind of battle with somebody, and you know, we get taught so much. You'll dominate the underhook, dominate the underhook. All the cool options happen. Look how I fast. Look at that. Move your hand. Look how you can get into here, start doing all these attacks. Okay, so it's like, you know, let him. The idea for this one is you're losing this battle. Go for it. You're like, man, I can't keep up with this dude. He keeps pummeling. Go again. You just let him have it. Okay, because what I'm gonna do is as Pete starts grab my waist, as he starts going to my waist, is I'm gonna sit and turn right here. And keep turning and butt scooting, and notice the butt scooting, and I kept butt scooting. You didn't see it enough, but there it turns into this perfect setup for the arm hand guillotine here. Okay, a lot of it's based off the fact that, like, Pete, sit on your knees right here over the top of me, inside mount. It's based off the fact that people know how to do this. Lean over,
Hands over here?
Yeah, put your hands over here. Yeah, that people know how to do this. That right there is what leads to it. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking for all the different ways I can convince my partner into that little trick right there. Okay? So this is one of them. This is one of the easy ways. Is side mount, please. You're on your back.
Yes, sir.
Is I get side mount. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna win this underhook, and I'm like, oh man, you're so hard to underhook. And it's like he starts taking it. Look, I gotta stop right there. Stop right there. Big old churn. This direction. Keep turning. He's still wanting to dominate that waist. He doesn't know he's in guillotine danger yet. If I tried to attack right now, it would be a problem because my knees are pointed that way. I need to wait till my knees point that way. Then I can cinch in on his chin, and I have an arm in guillotine because his arm's already around my waist. And he'll do the rest for you. He'll like lunge forward into you. And you'll be like, oh, thanks. You know, squeeze it, boom. Again, always practice this. If he tucks his chin in and you start losing the guillotine, you gotta like kick up and get up. Engage that wizard so you can get up. Okay? So, examples of him getting the underhook and it leading to his demise with the guillotine. Side mount's probably one of the easiest ways to learn how to do this, and it's pretty tricky. When I don't practice this a lot, and I try to do it again, I always have to like, so you gotta be sharp with this one. Lay down. Exactly. Do that again. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's the attack he's going for. Right? Keep doing that, Pete. Right? It's like, oh, instead of going like here, right? Do it again. Right? I go like, oh, let's turn this way. Butt scoot, cinch it, boom. Kick the leg, engage the wizard, post, get up. Okay, so that's the motion right there. We're gonna find a lot of different examples of using that to hit that, like, I call it like the blind side. You gotta turn over the side you can't see, and then you gotta point your knees towards them before you clinch. Usually. I've also had times where I like grab the chin and use the chin grab as a way to like then pop my hips over. But I would say for the most part, take note. Take note. See, it might be, I could be wrong here. You might find it better to like grab the chin and then pop the hips over, or you might find it better to pop the hips over and then grab the head and arm together. They both work though. Okay. So another example is passing with a knee slide and giving up the underhook. Okay, so it's like a very common, knee slide, dominate the underhook and drive through here and start getting this guard pass. Okay, so we have a partner that's wise to that, and he's gonna pummel with me here, and I'm not even gonna battle with him. I know he wants to win that underhook, and he wants to come up onto my back. So what I do, feet up, guard up. So I'll be like, boom, I post both my hands and just give it to him very fragrantly there. And then now's my chance. Am I going to turn this way? Wrong. I'm going to turn this way. You can engage and then pop the hips over and then pop the hips in. Kick. Get up. Dig the wizard. Boom. Okay. Let's do that again. Yeah, you're on your back. Yeah, so I go, I engage into here. Boom. I get my hands to post on the ground right there. And that causes Pete. Now, if I wait too long, yeah, he's gonna take advantage. Yup, starts to get bad. I lost my window of opportunity there. Let's do that again. So there is a golden window because you can do this too early and give it away and mess it up. Okay. Right now. Boom. Okay. right? So that's one way to do it, is engage in somebody's guard here, post the hands, slice that knee, wait till they come up, and then big turn. A big old hip turn. Boom. Oh. Okay. Another example of that, another example of giving the underhook would be getting into that float position. Actually, scoot back, Pete, my bad. Is getting into this. Okay. Now what I can do, my hands are posted on the ground. What I can do, you see my right foot is posted in the ground. Okay, because I'm gonna push Pete this way and then bring him back this way, which will put him right onto my back, and they walk right into it. Okay. Push forward, push forward. Push forward. Stuff his head, take the other side. Oh, it's not working. Elbow high. Shit, that's not working. Okay, so what I'm going to do again is I get past his feet, and I dive forward to here. All right, and if he's smart, he'll keep his knees up and engage with my leg. What if Pete just sprawled his feet out right now? All right, so he's not going to do that. Okay, so that's why it takes a lot of like confidence to post on your hands like that. That's why a lot of coaches want you to practice a lot of push-ups and like handstand push-ups, and doing a handstand is super important for a jiu-jitsu guy if you're gonna play this kind of game. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bring Pete that way because it brought him right into my trap. Okay. Don't forget, this is right here too, that Eddie Bravo, that 100%. You see Pete, what did Pete start doing with his arm? Why did Pete do that with his arm? It instantly put pressure on his messed up neck. And he was like, yo, I need to move my arm. So if he moves that arm, I crank on this, it's not so bad, he'll turn. That's right. Okay, because the other option, if his arm stays out there, can you do a front roll over so they can see? Can you do it?
Watch your head, I'm gonna roll, okay?
Go. It looks like that.
And he could come up.
And now I can guillotine. I can go right into a guillotine here. Mount, drive in, my hands are locked, or I can post up and do the one hand. Nice, people. Okay. So, that's an example. There's a lot of examples of that where they want the underhook, and I let them have it. Another one is like the back step half guard. As I come over here, is I get into like this position, all right? I go here and I go into this position, and now the dude wants to single leg me right there, and you walk right into it. You see that? Let's do that again. It's like a back step thing. It's like I go like, and they want that. They want this right there. You see that? Look, come back. If I wasn't looking for the guillotine, if I wasn't looking for this guillotine right there, I would go wizard, get back up. Right? Let's look at that again. This is a great one. Good, Pete. So stay down, stay down, stay down. It would be like this. I knee slice and I back step. And now he starts doing this. And most people won't go wizard and get up. Right? But it's a great place to hit that guillotine. I'll show you again. So I go like slice, back step, look right there, right there. Boom, I throw myself under there. Look at that movement from my butt. I get the clinch with my arms, and I throw myself down like, huh, and in, and it gets me right into position. If the guillotine's working, great, beautiful. If it's not working, we gotta be wrestler dude. We gotta be wrestler dude who gets up. Oh, and starts getting up. Don't stay down there for a guillotine that's not gonna choke the dude. Okay, so those are all examples. Let's try standing up. We can just do like a more simple example of like, I give the dude an underhook, take an underhook on me, and I turn the corner to find the guillotine. That's a great way to introduce somebody to that concept, or maybe like reintroduce yourself to it. So here it would be like, I give him the underhook, I'm turning, and it turns into the arm end guillotine. Okay? Right, so if they take the underhook, it's like this. You would go, boom. Yep. And it seems silly if you were to just watch that, but when you see the examples that we do on the ground there, let me do them one more time. There you go, buddy. As I go through a dude's guard, and I just present my hips to him right there. And they come up and take it, and I wait till he gets up, till I snap my spring, and I get in on it. Alright? This way you give them a little bit to work with. You know what I'm saying? You give them something like they feel like they're doing good. They're like, yo, I'm coming up on top on this dude. So it's like, do a knee slice, but don't dominate the underhook. Right? You're gonna get into that battle. They're not gonna be willing to give you that underhook. They're willing to take your back though. They're willing to take that back. And as soon as they pop up, wait for it, cut that corner, and all of a sudden it's right there, that wraparound guillotine. I can engage it, or I can use it to get back up. You can use it to take the back, look at that. Okay? So cool, that was good. Have fun, try that stuff. Okay, so the guillotine can be used from even like bad positions. Okay, so here's an example of doing guillotines from, believe it or not, the bottom mount and bottom side mount. Okay, now the bottom mount one is kind of just like an example to practice. Your partner's obviously gonna let you do this, but it'll teach you kind of the mechanics of getting somebody to roll with the guillotine. Okay, is getting the guillotine to make somebody like front roll. So Pete, mount me. Let's see if I can do this to you. Of course you can. So it's hard, and it's not likely, but it will teach you the mechanics of like getting a guillotine, and now bridge, and force him to front roll out. Okay, because you'll use this in other more advantageous positions. Okay, so that's one example. And you see Pete obviously helped me with that, and it's good for him too. It's good for the guy on top too to practice front rolling out of guillotines, getting into a scramble, forcing a scramble, rather than just sitting there and gritting through the guillotine. Okay, set up a scramble and be a scramble fighter. So the idea is Pete puts his head down, I grab the chin, I bump up the hips, and then Pete will do the rest, and I throw him through. Okay, so you never know. You know what I'm saying? There's been times where I was desperate and the guy had me mounted, and it was like, okay, escape the hips isn't happening. You know what I'm saying? Bridge and roll isn't happening. And it's like, dude, I gotta do some crazy. Let me try a freaking Americana. Like, how crazy? Let's see, mount me. It's like, can I armbar Pete from here? No. Can I Americana him? Kind of. You know what I'm saying? If they're like down, if they got you down.
I try to do this.
Yeah, I can wrap that right there. You see that? If you can do that again.
You gotta get Tommy. I try to push this across.
Yeah, I can reach and now start bearing down on his head and bridge. Look there, he rolls relief pressure on his neck.
Hey, bending.
You know? Do that again. In front of here, and he goes there. You know what I'm saying? I can reach, grab the chin, and start pulling back on it. And it's like, Pete, try to roll like this way.
I don't want to move your face.
You got it. No, you won't. Ready? Go. See what I'm saying? That's what it should look like now. Let me over here on side mount, Pete. Let's look at it from side mount. Okay. One of my buddies, Justin Jones, used to do this. I remember a bunch of coaches telling me, guillotines don't work that way. You shouldn't do them like this. And I would always yell at Justin, be like, dude, don't do it that way. And after the 50th person I saw him do it to, I was like, you know what? Forget my coaches, man. That shit works, Justin. Hell yeah, do that guillotine. So here's what he would do. He would go like, okay, side mount. He would turn in and grab right here. Okay, now at this point, the person would start driving down in and pushing you back. Okay, so start doing that. So he would be scooting, and get up to here. Now here's the big athletic movement that's gonna take you a minute to learn. Sit up a little bit, Pete. Is how to go like that. That's gonna take you a second to learn how to do. So you go from here to all the way onto that other side. Now I can engage, get his arm across onto my hip like earlier, and get into that arm and guillotine. Shout out to Justin, man. He made that. I realized what he was doing. It's actually a technique. It's not just like some goon move. Okay, there's technique to that. As he turns in like this, and he grabs the chin. And then it's like kick the legs so you can get up onto the forearm. And then get up onto the hand. And then a big switch, pop to the other side. Now here, look, I do have the options. Do I want to go elbow high, which will cause Pete to lay on his side, and he'll roll on his back, and then I'll back roll into mount to finish. Okay. Sorry. Side mount, side mount. So I go, boom. Kick to get up. They'll push in, push in. You'll be like, no. Up, turn and drop. I'll go arm in and pull his arm over. Boom, he rolls. I back roll 2. One arm. Boom. Okay. Look at how it now led me into a triangle. Right? If I wanted to now do triangles, it's a great time. I won't do it hard, but you know, I can start forcing that triangle right there. That's what's cool about this, is you're like, man, this guy's even too tough for this one-arm guillotine. Boom, let's see if now my triangle game can work. Lead you right to that. Okay, so Justin Jones guillotine, which is from bottom side mount. You know, I remember always telling him, like, dude, recover guard, or like go in on the single. You know what I'm saying? And he would just be like, I want the guillotine. And he'd get up and get over here and start making this happen. It's not working. Good, get back up. Go to the other side. Look at my knee searching for Pete's bicep so I can load his bicep up. Get down in there. Boom, Pete turns and he pops out. I gotta get up too. I take it again. Boom, Pete front rolls. Right? I got a back roll. Pull him up. Look, it leads to a triangle. It leads to an arm bar. Look at how it all connects together so smooth. Beautiful. Okay. Now the other way to do this same concept of guillotine from bottom side mount is, instead of guillotining with my left arm, is I want to get him with my right arm. So I create a little boom. I sit up, wedge, frame, and then I let him drop in place. Wrap the chin, cut the corner, get in, boom. Okay? So, side mount isn't always such a horrible thing. If he's got me here, okay, and you're like this or whatever, it's like, try the other side. You know what I'm saying? I go like, boom, and I replace, right? I don't take away my right arm until my left arm gets into place. Then I can sit up, and he'll be pressing against this. They'll even like smack their elbow, and then they'll walk right into it. That part's gonna be crucial too, that like pop your head up, that my elbow cuts Pete's head down, so now I can get in on the choke and get his head towards the ground to start making this happen. He front rolls out, I release, I back roll. Look at how I got one knee down, one knee up. All right, this will have them walk into the triangle, or I can continue cranking on this guillotine here. All right, I can put my head down and lift my knees up so that I can lock hands here, drop my hips down, and do the guillotine like this as well. Post it on my forehead there. Okay. So, bottom side mount.
And drill a little bit?
Yeah. Seems like. So, look, that's an example of, you know, bottom side mount. You know, you can let your guard get past. You can let your guard get past because of this. Let's do like this, Pete. One last thing is stand up over my guard. Okay? And whatever, do a pass and drop into side mount. Just let your partner go. He drops down. Go ahead. They drop down. You're gonna start sitting up and looking for it right there. Okay? So do like even do like a knee slice on it. Give me a slice, get down this side now. And then be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Knees pointed at him. I don't want my knees away, right? If his head starts coming up, like he'll bring me up, like pop your head up. I'll come up with him, get back up onto my knees, maybe stuff his head to the other side, start engaging. Look, can I lift his arm? I gotta switch hands there. Look, my elbow hits the ground. I'm dropping in here. Guillotine. All right, if they cut the corner here and roll, I let it happen. Release my grip so that I can go. You need to extend, dude. You need to build momentum. Hiya. And then it'll bring you right up. Okay. So try those out. Have fun. Guillotines from bottom side. Justin Jones style.